Welcome to the Allen Powell Show live on a Wednesday night. NBA free agency is going crazy. Trades going crazy. A lot to discuss. Big names all over the place. The latest big name, Jaylen Brown. I guess he couldn't get talked down after his name was in the Giannis rumors. He was like, "Yo, I'm tired of this, man. Get me up out of here." They couldn't salvage it, but they also say he didn't request a trade. He might not have requested a trade, but he had some type of conversations where he was upset. Jaylen Brown traded to the Philadelphia 76ers. I would say I was shocked, and I believe everybody else was shocked when this trade came down the pipe. I'm going to tell you the reason why I was shocked. One, you traded him to an Eastern Conference team. Two, you traded him for an old Paul George. And I'm thinking, like, this had to be the best that they can get because I thought Portland was the team to go to with the young players and the draft capital that they had. When you seen this trade go down, how shocked was you, and what do you think?
Yeah, I was shocked. Not only an Eastern Conference team, but a divisional team. That's a divisional team. That's a team in your division. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was crazy. I didn't see Philadelphia. That just caught me off guard, man. When I saw that, I was like, wow, they really traded them. Like, wow. It just caught me off guard, bro. It was crazy. It's still crazy, bro. For Paul George, 2 firsts and 2 seconds.
Bro, that I'm talking. To me, it was like, yo, we just got to take the best that we can get because I think everybody knew that they had to trade him because of the dysfunction after his name was mentioned, and they had to lowball him. That's what I'm expecting. That's what I'm thinking. What happened?
Yeah, because he was gonna have his next extension gonna be 180 million plus. So you know what I'm saying? They didn't want to pay that. Good as he is, they didn't want to pay that.
But he had 3 years left on his deal. Like, they didn't have to do anything. They didn't have to do anything or just have a disgruntled locker room, I guess.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. And like you feel like you won with me, and I ain't. You know what I'm saying? You won with me already. Now I ain't good enough.
And that's the second time. You know, they put him in the trades for Kevin Durant, and then they were trying to get Kevin Durant for him, and now they was trying to get Giannis. And I get where he coming from. Like, yo, I carried this team when Tatum was out. I did nothing but ball out since I've been here, and y'all been trying to trade me. And I know it's a business. Do you look at it like if you Jaylen Brown, do you look at it as a business or would you take it personal like he did?
I would look at it as a business, me personally. I would look at it as a business, man. And just wherever I go someplace, just bring my same attitude and just ball out like I've been doing, man. I get it. It is a business. If Kareem can get traded and all these other guys can get traded, I mean, anybody can get traded, bro. So it happens, man. It's Charles Barkley, you know what I'm saying? It happens, bro. You know, it's just the nature of the game, bro. Like, they wanted to move in a different direction. Him as a player hopefully it works out for him. And them as an organization, I don't know. I think they downgraded.
That's crazy, man. I can't believe he got traded to, like you say, divisional and the Eastern Conference. This, to me, puts Philadelphia in the championship conversation immediately. Like, yo, we know Maxey. I thought they was championship when they made the Paul George move when he came over. I thought they would have something to say. But this is a guy in his prime. This ain't no old Paul George coming over. This is a all NBA player that just came off what was best season of his was in the MVP conversation. Like, yo, he's a legit one.
He's a franchise player.
Yeah.
Some people say no, but he is. He's a franchise player. I mean, if the roles were reversal and he was out, could Jason Tatum have led them to the second seed?
It's a great question.
I don't know. I can't say no, but that is a good question. So he's proven.
Where do you put Philly in the Eastern Conference right now?
Yeah, they right there with everybody. Depending on what Milwaukee do when they finish filling out their roster, but New York. I mean, I'm sorry, Miami. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah.
New York, Miami, and Philly. Your top teams in the Eastern Conference.
That's crazy. Then what does this do to Boston?
Man, I told you a weekend, man. I mean, hopefully Tatum comes back to what they hoping that he is, man. And you know, they figure that their system is what it is, and maybe they can be competitive. I don't know, man. You just lost with Brown and you downloaded. I don't know, man. Maybe put him in the middle of the conference I don't know, fourth, fifth. Not a serious contender in my opinion.
In my opinion, like, bro, you can really say they traded the wrong person. You traded the one that's healthy, that's been dependable, instead of the one that's coming off. I don't know if they could have traded Jason Tatum anyway, but I know all the podcasting and all the noise he been doing. Like, yo, I don't care nothing about none of that. Come in and do your job, and that's what he did. If I'm the GM, I'm not about to wreck my whole team because of
Yeah, I'm with you. Like the Giannis, I get they want to go for another championship. I get it. But Giannis making like 60 million. He's like what, 33, 34, 35, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
So I understand it, the need to get him right now because he's still playing at a high level and they want to win or something like that. But I think you build around Brown and Tatum. You keep adding pieces around them and spread your roster out, you know what I'm saying, for years. And you may not win it every year, but at least you'll be in contention. But now you got to come up with another guy who can carry the team and just in case Tatum start having injuries. And Paul George ain't that at this age.
Paul George, he's injury prone himself.
Yes.
So they thought they was going to take a step back last year. Yo, this might be the year for sure they take a step back because you got two Tatum coming off an injury, getting himself back, and then you got an injury-prone Paul George, or old Paul George, and you think, I guess they competed last year. Maybe they compete again. I don't know, but
how much money did they free right now? Are they trying to dip in the free agency? It's a couple guys out there,
They signed Mitchell Robinson. That was a good move to get him away from New York, but that don't move the needle.
Nah, that's not the replacement of that's not enough to replace what Brown gave you. Right. Absolutely.
That's a move to make when you keep Brown, when you're trying to win a championship. You get him away from the champions and you put him on your squad. You know, that's a move you make when you're trying to win a championship. You don't do that and you about to trade Jaylen Brown. Like, I don't know, man. It's crazy. It was crazy. I'm gonna move on though. We found out that LeBron is leaving the Lakers. I think this is a little shocker as well because we thought like, okay, he's gonna play maybe his last year in LA or Cleveland. Those were the two spots we thought. But we thought, he want to do a whole documentary, retirement tour, all of that stuff. LA is the perfect place. But we also said earlier in the year, when all this Genie Bus stuff came out about, like he not being appreciated and all of this other stuff. And we thought it was some ruffling, but I thought it was going to smooth over after time. It was like, all right, that got smoothed over. Now we're going to play this last year out. I don't know how the Lakers messed this up. You got a legend that's ready to really go out, and all the money that could have been made in LA, and they screwed it up, bro. They screwed it up. How they screw that up?
Hey, bro, that's LA. They gonna make money anyway, bro. They was just tired of the circus at the Tide show. They like, this LA, bro. This is us. We had Shaquille, we had Kobe. We like, yeah, we just attract people. LA is LA. It's the West Coast, the palm trees, the good weather, the tax breaks. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's a great place to be. So it's always gonna attract people. And they just like, man, they feel like their relationship with LeBron has just run its course. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know what I'm saying? That's all it is. Now I get what you said. They could even monopolize even more, but they just looking like, was it worth the headache? Like, all money ain't good money, as my granny taught me.
Yeah. Hey, look, man, you seen all the players they signed. So they got Walker Kessler, and then they got the dude from Toronto. And remember on previous shows what I said, man. How many white players can you have in the starting lineup? They whole starting lineup is white.
Hey, bro, they are gonna be just an attraction because they ain't doing no winning, bro. They can't defend anybody, bro. They can't. I don't think no at all. Like, we seen guys with like just getting their games together, mix Luka. You know what I'm saying? We already know Austin Reeves can't. Man, come on, it is what it is, man. Every team go through those cycles where they have a down period where they just like in the middle, and that's probably where the Lakers will be at in the play-in, fighting for the play-in or something like that, especially out west. West is tough.
Kendrick Perkins said they're going to be one of the best offensive teams in the league. Now, they can score. Luka and Austin can score. Walker Kessler, stretch five, and they got some guys that can shoot it. But,
Oh
I'm
man,
gonna
well,
give up.
yeah, we'll see how that goes. See if they can rebound the ball too. Ain't like they, great shooters and things like that. I mean, Luka's a solid shooter, but he ain't a great 3-point shooter. And Reeves ain't
Right,
just like,
right,
Reeves is nice, but he ain't like, come on,
right.
he ain't even Klay Thompson in his prime.
I like him. He can create more than Klay, I would say. And Klay in his prime was a just a knockdown shooter, and he was up there with Steph shooting the basketball. But I like Austin Reeves being able to create his own shot. But like you say, like bro, they can't defend nothing. They
No.
can't defend nothing. And now you bring
You can pick and roll them to death, and then that wear you down that wears you down and limits what you can do on the other end of the court. Because teams just gonna go at Luka. They never shied away from that. They're gonna go at Luka. They're gonna go at Reeves, and it just is what it is, man.
LeBron mentioned teams is Miami, Cleveland, and who else? Golden State Warriors has been mentioned. I'm gonna tell you this, man.
Now I don't want to see him in Miami. I said Miami, but that'd be nuts, man.
I don't care about any team. I just don't want to see him go to Golden State. I like Steph, and then I'm gonna have to not like I like Golden State. I like Steph Curry. If he go there, I'm gonna be torn. I'm gonna be torn, bro. I can't do it, man. I cannot do it.
I feel you.
But any other team, go back to Cleveland, cool. Go to Miami, cool. Whatever. Go wherever. Don't go to Golden State. Don't join up with Steph, man. Steph gonna get tainted, man.
And what I mean, is Butler gonna be back healthy by the beginning of the year?
Nope.
Nah.
Wait, and then they was talking crazy like, LeBron James with AD. If I'm Washington, why would I want to do that? Why would I want to?
Yeah, why would I want to run that back?
That's stupid. I'm trying to build my team. I'm trying to build a winning franchise in Washington. We banking on AD to hopefully be healthy. Yeah, and we got the number one pick.
Yeah, we don't want LeBron at age 43 with his 50 games on this tour because he's gonna sit out some. You know that.
But I'm like, who was the Warriors going to trade to Washington to get Anthony Davis? Like who? Injured Jimmy Butler and draft picks and. Like, I don't want that.
Right. You already got rid of Kuminga and all your other tradable assets. Like, you really ain't got much.
So, I hope he don't go to the Warriors. I hope he just go back to Cleveland, bro. Go back to Cleveland. Go out the way you came in. Go do your retirement tour. Go back to the crib and end out like that. I don't want to see him with Golden State. I just don't want to see it, man.
I'm with you on that.
Where you want to see him go?
I wouldn't mind seeing him go back to Cleveland, man.
Yeah. It'll be theater. It'll be good theater. I'll watch. I'll tune in. I'll
the East and Mitchell, them tall guys they got over there, they can put the ball in Brian's hand like he won't. Let him run the point. Donovan Mitchell can play off the ball and, spot up. He can get to the bucket. Like, they got some rebounders, some shot blockers. It'd be a good fit for him over there. To be his last hurrah to try to get a real championship before he goes out. And this is where you started from. You came full circle. This is where you started at this home. Ended at home.
They'll be championship contenders. You put them on that team. Yeah, with Donovan Mitchell, James Harden, Mobley.
I mean, they've been one of the better teams in the East, the last couple of years without them. So you just add them to the mix, and they'll be pretty good.
I was a little shocked. That he said that, I shouldn't be shocked, but he said that, he'll play for the minimum. You know what I'm saying? Like because at the level he was still playing at, his play still demands higher money than he said he would play. Yeah, you know what I mean? So
it's not about money with him, man. He's a billionaire.
Right.
Yeah, he's a billionaire, so it's not even about money with him. I give him like a hard time just about his game, but he's a good guy. I always said that. Yeah, he's a good guy. I always said that. He's just full of himself, though. But hey, that's a lot of celebrity. You know what I'm saying? But that is what it is.
This is one of the smartest things that he could have done. I can't remember the last player to his play can demand still like top dollar, and he just basically says, no, I'll play for the minimum to get a ring. You know what I mean?
And that's where the problem gonna come in there, because there's gonna be some teams throwing the money at him that are in contention. They got it. They can go and make a contender too. So that's why I say it's some team that's not even on the radar, and it'll shock you, bro. I'm telling you, things are crazy. He gonna let it play out. He gonna let it play out. Ain't no decision gonna come anytime soon. I give it another 3 weeks or something before he makes his decision. He probably be the last guy to figure where he going.
I just seen a report that even Denver gonna shoot their shot. Denver shooting their shot.
You know what I'm saying? And they gonna shoot their shot with probably about 25, 30 million a year.
Yeah. I don't know what their cap space is or what they can offer, but that's an interesting team too.
They don't really have no high salary guys over there besides Jokic. Like
I think Jamal Murray making some money too, though.
But like what? Maybe like 30 million or something like that. They got a little money. That's about it. Before Michael Porter really got paid, they shipped him off to Brooklyn.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So that's gonna be the last domino to fall. We had another domino to fall, which I think was another shocker. Kawhi Leonard traded to the Raptors, back to the Raptors. He won a championship in Toronto. I remember they were saying like when he first came there, like, yo, I'm just coming here for this 1 year, then I'm out. He did that, got him a championship, but they said he went there, he actually liked it. Like, you know what? I'll go back there. He probably gonna sign a contract extension. Him healthy with Scotty Barnes, they smack dab in the Eastern Conference too.
Yes, they're gonna be pretty good too if he's healthy. Yeah, they're gonna be pretty good. But and I'll give the Clippers a credit. They kind of broke even on this trade. They got some good young players too. You know, they can go. You know what I'm saying? Brandon Ingram and a couple other guys. They not bad. Draft picks. Yeah. Not bad.
2 first-round picks, 1 pick swap. And if it's anything like last time, you never know with Toronto. They might turn around and be trash again, and them draft picks turn out to be something, you know.
Yeah, because I don't wish it on anybody, but with that franchise, it's always been like the injury bug that's really held them back.
Yeah. But Scotty Barnes is a good player too, man.
He's a baller. Scotty's a baller. Do they still have
RJ Barrett?
RJ Barrett. What is this guy's name? Let me think of it. Anybody? No. Matter of fact, I think he played for Indiana now. Never mind. He plays for Indiana now.
Okay. But yeah. I think the Eastern Conference has gotten better like overnight.
Yeah.
And we always said like the West this, the West that. The East has gotten better.
Yeah, the East ain't no punk no more.
Not at all.
The champs over here. So New York showed you that. The champs over here. New York showed you that. You know what I'm saying? Like, showed us all. Like, yeah, man, the East is back.
The East is back.
Definitely.
And then one last move I want to talk about. It's gonna be a quick show. We get you up out of here. But these moves, I know we had LaMelo, we had Ja. But I want to talk about Norman Powell to the Bulls, man. Good move.
Like
good pickup.
Yeah, I like it. Solid veteran shooter, which they needed some shooting. It brings some stability to the starting lineup. Man, I like it. I like it. Gonna defend. I like it, man. I like that move. And $22.5 million. That's a steal for that veteran like that. After 20 points of that, like that's a steal. Yeah,
coming off an All-Star year. Yeah, that's
so they got some guys with a pretty good contract because I think if Josh Giddey remain healthy, he can give you a triple-double. You're only getting him for $25 million a year. When you got other people that's doing that, they're getting $60 million a year.
Yeah. Norman Powell to the Bulls. You know, we got the Rook coming in. Buzell is developing. I mean, it's not a bad looking squad so far. I'll go watch this thing.
They young, man. They young. I like it. They young and they gonna be exciting to watch. They athletic, and that's what I like about it. They finally have some size. That's what they've been lacking for years since the Jordan era. They have never really had a team with this much length on it, and I can't even remember the last 25 years. They just have some long 6'8", 6'9", 6'11", 7 feet guys. You know what I'm saying? Out there, they can rotate. Like, you know what I'm saying? I like what the Bulls have done, man. I like it. I do.
I like what this GM is doing, man. I like what the GM is doing, what he's putting together. It's like he's making, it seems like on paper, you know, it seems like nice moves.
He's upgraded the roster and like kind of changed the culture just in already. It's like different what he had. His thinking is different. Like the old Bulls would have tried to, I'll be honest, this is no disrespect. They would have found a way to get Boozer. They wouldn't have stuck where they were to Caleb. They wouldn't have scouted right. They would have took all the hype and they would have tried to move up and gave up future assets to move up one spot and draft boost.
Yeah.
And then down the line, Taylor Wilson be the guy that's busting our tail. You know what I'm saying? Playing for Memphis or somebody. You know what I'm saying? So I like the way they thinking, man. Like when he was healthy, AJ DeBouncer, he had games against Peterson. He had games against all these guys, but he was the best player on the floor when he was healthy. You know, he didn't get a chance to play in the NCAA tournament because of that broken hand. You know what I'm saying? But Kaden Wilson just had the most potential of any player in his draft. Period. Yeah. I stand by that.
I'm interested, man. I'm intrigued to see what he looks like, what the Bulls look like. I want to go to a game and watch these young Bulls. LaMelo, Ja Morant, man, how you feeling about those two trades?
I think, man, with LaMelo, he probably get to some place, man, to get around some people where he can get a little bit disciplined with his shot selection and his game, and that could be a pretty good move. And then they got that night. They have a nice 3-guard rotation because they rotate Ayo. You know what I'm saying? Also Minnesota. So I kind of like their guard rotation when you get him over there with a guy like Ant, because Ant ain't gonna play that stuff. He's gonna have the ball, and you know, Melo gonna just ease into his game, and you know what I'm saying, basically be as like the second fiddle now, which is pretty good. It was just time for Ja to go. It was just
absolutely.
Yeah, because you see they gave him up. You see they gave him up for a bag of apples. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? A few oranges, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was just time for a move. The organization was just fed up with too much with the off the court stuff. It just, you know what I'm saying? It was over with. It was time for a change for everybody.
I hope he come back with a vengeance and show what he can do, what he was like before all the nonsense happened.
Yes, when he could have been one of the faces of the NBA, absolutely. Yes, he could have been one of the faces of the NBA, absolutely.
But they got too many guards, man. They got to make another move. I think they was probably in the Jaylen Brown sweepstakes, but they got to make them. But they got too many guards, man.
Yeah, I can see them making a move, but we'll probably Scoot or one of those guys. But I don't think it'll be
Ja or Dame.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be Ja or Dame. I think it'll probably be Scoot or one of the other guys. But they are very small, and they got like 5 point guards on the roster. So that's crazy. Yeah. You're right. Yeah, they look like the last year's Bulls.
Right, right. LaMelo, Minnesota definitely needed a point guard, and he's a good sized point guard that's gonna help. And he ain't got to have the ball all the times in his hand. I don't know,
but I don't like them losing Nas Reed though either. I would gotta go on record to say that though too. That's gonna hurt Minnesota in the long run. They gotta find somebody to replace that. They don't have it right now, but eventually they're gonna have to find somebody to replace that because he brought a lot.
Yeah, but you had to give up something to get LaMelo. That's the thing.
You did.
And I think they needed a point guard more than they needed, you know.
Well, you got rid of Julius Randle too, so you know what I'm saying. Your size, that's what I meant though. That like you got a lot smaller. Is what you know what I'm saying. Yeah, you got Gobert, but that's about it.
Yeah, you definitely need some more size for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah. Well, it's gonna be interesting to see. I got a scripture today, Matthew 7:12. I was looking for like, what's a good scripture? I had to go through my notes and this one came back up. I think this is a good one because I know everybody got people in their lives that either disappoint you or you wonder why certain people don't do stuff like, oh man, why they ain't call me or why they ain't do this or why they ain't do that. And this scripture comes to mind because it made me think. It says, therefore, whatever you want others to do for you, do also the same for them. For this is the law of the prophet, the law and the prophets. And it made me think like, if you ever think about why somebody didn't do something or they did you wrong or they did this or why they didn't do this, ask yourself, are you doing it for somebody else? And so that's kind of been stuck in my mind lately. Like if I feel some type of way about somebody, I ask myself, okay, am I also being that? The thing that I want from somebody or want somebody to do for me, am I doing it for somebody else? And so, and if I'm not, then I feel like I don't have no room to complain. You know what I'm saying? Like if I feel like, oh, somebody ain't being a good friend, well, what's considered a good friend, and am I doing the things that I consider a good friend should do to somebody else? And so that's where I'm kind of at. So if you feeling some way about somebody, ask yourself, are you doing it for somebody else first? And then go from there. And then I would just say, make sure you are doing that. Continue to do it. If you are doing it, continue to do it. And it's going to come back to you. So Matthew 7:12, man, whatever you want done for yourself, go do it for somebody else. Hopefully that scripture do something for you. It's been stuck in my mind lately, and that's my scripture today. But quick show today, Vic. Appreciate you jumping on short notice, big dog.
It's all good, bro. Appreciate it, man. I wasn't doing nothing but just sitting here just going through some notes on the watching over the Cub game and different things like that. You know what I'm saying? That was pretty exciting, man. I was watching that at work.
23 runs. That's
yeah,
great.
bro. I was watching it on my phone at work. We kind of a slow day. So yeah.
I don't even understand how they doing this with no pitching staff, bro. Like,
bro, like and it's so crazy. In the last 17 games, they 13-4. And the pitching that they've gotten pretty solid pitching here and there, like with some no names, like Counsell, for all the crap I gave him, he's doing one of the better managing jobs of his career. Honestly, bro. Like, and they got some when they play, they got a lineup to be feared from top to bottom. Like everybody in the lineup has had success as a hitter in the major leagues. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying. You know, we got a bunch of 240 and 250 hitters, but they got pop. You know, you got a few guys like Pete, he's gonna be a 300 hitter. Like he's gonna be a 300 hitter. Like everything about his game is just calmed down. And I will go on record and say right now, me personally, and I don't know anybody else feel, he's the best non-pitcher in the game of baseball to me.
He's exciting to watch, bro. He's exciting to watch
every aspect of the game, bro. When the bat came, that just put him in the MVP race because his glove had him he won the platinum glove as the best defensive player in baseball last year.
Yes.
Now his offense is back. He's walking. He's hitting lefties and righties. He hitting high batting average against lefties. Like that's where the key came in for him to really turn it on and be this player. He's not struggling against lefties anymore. His walk rate went from 4% to 10%. Throwing him in that leadoff spot. He relished it. For the last 45 games, bro, he looked like prime Ken Griffey out there. You know what I'm saying?
And I've been wanting him to be in the top of the order because of his speed anyway. I know he can do everything.
But I know why Counsell didn't, because he had to let him mature. He had to let him get a certain amount of bats, learn the pitches around the league, go through the league once or twice and figure out where to settle in at. And he settled him in at the right time in the right spot. So I give Counsell kudos for that. He put him in there at the right time.
White Sox doing their thing with a whole bunch of no names. I can't even tell you who these guys are.
Yeah,
and they slugger is injured.
Yeah, and I like the fact that, and I'm not going to be a hater when it comes to them, man. I like what they're building over there, man. I do. I like it. It's exciting for the city when both teams are good, man. Like it really is, bro. It's like no better. I remember last year when I was at the Cubs and the Sox game, and the Sox had beat the Cubs, and we all just joined in the chant, "Green Bay sucks" on the way out. Cubs and the Sox fans, you know, it was over with. Yeah. The game was over with. We was on to the next. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Yeah.
Exciting times in Chicago, man. Let's keep it going, man. Bears ain't even football season yet. We got some stuff.
Man, but hey, bro, by the time we sleep and wake up, it'll be Bears season, bro.
That is facts. That is facts. Can't wait. Thank you, my brother. We about to get up out of here. We'll see y'all next time. We out.
We lock and load, Allen PALS.